So we'll just go down this way and then we'll go around the outside.
I'm Lucas. I'm a SIP engagement coordinator here at Centralia College. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Alina. I'm the coordinator of publicity for student government.
So good morning. My name is Monica Brummer. I'm the director of the Pacific Northwest Center of Excellence for Clean Energy. And I work with all of the 34 community and technical colleges across the state, but housed here, and focusing on clean energy and clean technology. And I have a folder for you. There's a fact sheet that you can read upon later, but there's also a handout from Fortescue Future Industries, who are coming to our area. It's an Australian company, and they're focusing on hydrogen.
I've heard about this. It's exciting.
So
yeah.
this is for you from us.
Thank you.
Well, once again, Mark Scheifmeyer, one of the trustees, and I'm just excited to see the whole student government. Wow, great. Good seeing you guys.
I'm Sheila Johnson. I'm a student engagement advisor in the Student Life office.
I'm Betsy Lazo. I'm the interim dean of healthcare and industrial trades.
I'm Isabel Vander Stoep. I'm a reporter with the Chronicle.
My name is Ruby Johnson, and I'm Executive Affairs for SALT.
My name is Shania Banks. I work for the Coordinator of Diversity of SALT.
I'm Lena Pham. I work for the Health and Wellness Coordinator for SALT.
And Colin York, president for SALT.
Malin Fligger, vice president for SALT.
And let's go back to Tim.
I'm Tim Wright. I'm Dean of Arts and Sciences.
I'm Drew Burkhardt. I do all the photo and video here.
Okay.
I'm Peter Sandifer. I'm a District 8 representative.
Christine Fawcett, Associate Vice President for Advancement and Executive Director of the Centralia College Foundation.
Amanda Haynes, I'm the Director of Marketing.
Cameron Cochran, I'm one of the regional representatives for the Congresswoman.
Hi, good morning, Sarah Cahoot. I'm the Representatives District Director.
Court Stanley, Chair of the Board of Trustees.
So we're delighted you're here. We are very proud of our college, for one thing. We've been here since 1925. We are the oldest continuously operating community college in the state, and we're looking forward to celebrating our 100th anniversary in a few years. We're a comprehensive community college, meaning that we do basic skills in ESL, we do college prep classes, we do academic transfer classes in all areas, and we do a wide range of career and technical education programs, and we now have 5 bachelor's degrees with another one in the works. So that bachelor's degree program is the one that's really expanding for us, and a lot of that is about serving our local community. We have a lot of folks here who, for one reason or another, can't get up and leave the area to finish a bachelor's degree, and we track where people go after, particularly our teacher education program, and we can see that most of them then become teachers in the area, and that is really a benefit for some of those smaller districts that we serve. So, are there things you would like to tell us?
Yeah, I'd love to grandstand for a minute here. So I'm so excited to be here. I was thinking, as you're talking, I think I've attended 3 different community colleges, served on the board of advisors for Mount Hood Community College automotive program with my husband. I run an auto repair and machine shop with my husband, or I did. So worked in the trades. My husband finished his higher ed at a community college with an associate's degree. And I just think the world of community colleges and the trades, people that know how to fix things and make the world run. And so really support the work you all are doing, and really grateful to have leaders in the community. I live in rural Skamania County, huge teacher shortage, and so what you're talking about, being able to find people with, who can teach the shop class and the auto class, and having that is critical. So I really appreciate what you're bringing and building into the community, and excited to get the chance to know all of you a little bit more and see the facilities here. So.
Court, would you like to say a little bit about the role of the trustees and
Way
how
on the
we-
line side.
how we liaise up that community?
Well, I recently took over chair of the board of trustees, and I've got to say, it's an amazing group of people. And with Bob and the staff, it was actually a lot of fun to guide this well-running machine. My mentor on it is Mark. He's been on it since dirt was invented, or since the college was founded. And there's a lot to learn. I came from forestry, and so this is a whole new application for me, although I do like to brag that I spent 7 years at Green River Community College. Long story, but I won't belabor it. But so community colleges are near and dear to my heart, and we're 35-year residents of Centralia, so it's just been an honor to serve on the board. And I think the board consists of 5 of us. We meet once a month for about 3 to 4 hours, depending on the weight of the subjects. And it's always very well organized, and we get treats. And I always look forward to a Thursday afternoon and once a month. So it's been just an honor to serve.
Thank you for serving. It's inspiring to be around so many community servants and people who are really community minded and doing unglamorous work that it takes to keep things running and advancing, and really appreciate the leadership of so many good people. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Colin, would you like to say a little bit about what SALT is focused on this year, what kind of things you have going on?
Yes, I'd love to. So SALT, our main goal obviously as a student government is to benefit the students of Centralia College. And so our goal as a team is to come together and do whatever we can, whether that be events or be doing events where we guide people to the resources on campus. Our biggest thing that we're always want to do is help the students, and so a lot of the things we've done this year is just fun events and, like I said, resource programs, and we have a lot of those events coming up. We meet once every week on Fridays, and so we plan these things out, come together as a team to plan those things, but yeah, we're looking forward to what the year has to bring, because I really love working with this team. It's James Creek, so. Oh yeah, yes. And we also, one of the biggest things coming to campus that we're really excited about that's going to be done really soon is the brand new field that's being built out there. That has been a huge project, and the students have funded that project for a long time, and so to see that finally come together is really exciting, and so we're looking forward to having that grand opening very, very soon.
Like this sports field? Or
Yeah, it's a multi-purpose field. They'll have soccer, baseball, and softball on it.
Okay, cool. Call me when there's pickleball.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. Glad to hear. I also served on student government. It's fun to now, you know, I'm 35 now, so looking back and like where everyone ends up is really fun. Like my friends from student government are often like doing some of the most interesting things, and none of them are in government. But it is fun to. Those are relationships that are like fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. This thing's the best, so I love it.
So, you know, in terms of things we'd love you to be aware of as far as federal things that impact us, we have FAFSA simplification coming up next year. We still fear it won't be simple enough. So the financing education is a barrier for students, but just filling out the forms is a barrier for students, and particularly for first-generation college students. And a lot of people who could be going to college here choose not to, because the forms are intimidating, and the deadlines, and knowing what to put in there. So the more that we can do to make that pathway easy for them, the better. So we're hoping that FAFSA simplification simpler for students, but we would love to see things keep moving in that direction. Here in the state, we would love to get to free community college for everyone. With the Washington College grant, we have free community college for everyone up to a certain income threshold. And a couple of years ago, we raised that income threshold. We'll keep doing that. But the more it's automatic, the better. Here in Lewis County, we have a much lower bachelor's degree attainment than the state average, but we have a higher associate's degree attainment than the state average. So people come to us, but we need to make it easy for them to then go on from there and make sure we have a really well-trained workforce. We're starting to attract a lot more industry here locally, and we're very involved in that. But making sure we have a workforce that's already ready for them is part of how we attract those new businesses.
Yeah, I remember looking at the FAFSA form and feeling like there's some of my friends whose parents were just going to do it for them, and then just feeling like, how am I supposed to navigate this as a 17-year-old? It's like a really intimidating process. So I remember that.
Yeah, and so many people just decide, oh, maybe I'm not college material if I can't even fill out the form.
Right.
Yeah. Are there things that we can tell you about the college or our community?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to learn more about, how enrollment has been, if you've seen shifts in which programs are attracting more or fewer candidates. I'm interested to hear about staffing, if you're able to hire the folks you need.
Enrollment in all of the community colleges in the state expanded from 1990 to 2010 for 20 years and peaked in the last recession. And then from 2010, it's been slowly declining. And then when we got to the pandemic, it just fell off a cliff. So community colleges nationally were impacted more negatively than any other sector. And we certainly saw a big decline in enrollment during the pandemic. We got back on campus and tried to normalize things as quickly as we could. And that meant our enrollment started turning around again this fall. But some of the other colleges in the state were some were up and some were down. We're up again for winter, but we still have a ways to go to get back to where we were even in 2019. We're working hard on that. We're working hard with partnerships with high schools, and we have a particularly close partnership with WF West High School in Chehalis, where we have a community organization has funded a joint employee with them who tracks the students who come here and make sure that they know what they have to do each quarter and they're getting enrolled for the next quarter, and if they're having problems, works that out for them. So one of the things that we're finding is that it takes a lot of hands-on work to get students all the way from I think I want to enroll to I'm enrolled to I'm ready to graduate, and much more than we were used to in the past. So we're working on that. As far as programs, our basic skills programs have rebounded quite a bit. The Running Start program has rebounded the fastest, and part of that is those relationships with the high schools. So those students are dual enrolled in their high school and with us. The current technical programs are still, some of them are up and some of them are not up yet. So we're focusing on a couple of those to really try to get the enrollment up. We'll go over to the Diesel Tech Lab later, and that's one of the ones where we have both a 2-year and a 4-year program. We have a bachelor's program there, and we're not running a bachelor's cohort this year because we didn't have enough students. We're doing a lot of direct recruiting to try to get a cohort up next year, and then we'll see how that goes. We can run a cohort next year. But really, that's those students then, you know, with the associate degree, they can go out and get very good paying jobs as diesel mechanics or industrial mechanics. With the bachelor's degree, they can think about what's their career path, going into management, opening their own shop, and other things like that.
Yeah, I actually had an employee came out of your auto tech program.
Very good. We
Yeah.
Amanda, we're going to get that information. Good. Yeah, we'd love to feature our graduates who've gone on to do interesting and successful things.
I'm sure there's a lot. Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you know, coming out of school without a lot of debt just gives you so much more latitude to do interesting things. You're not tied, you got a millstone around your neck. So.
Yeah, and I should mention, we are, as far as I know, the only community college in the state that doesn't do federal student loans.
Really?
We don't have a loan program. And so we try to get student maximum grant aid that they can get. And then our foundation, Christine, one of her hats is being the director of our foundation. And so they give out a large number of scholarships every year. And so we really try to keep students as debt-free as possible.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And we just did a study a little while ago with a consultant to see, would it give more students access if we got a student loan program? And what we saw was that based on the national literature, it would likely increase enrollment in the first or second quarter, but then those students are less likely to continue. So do we just saddle them with debt and without a degree?
Right, which is a huge that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
When you look at who's carrying debt, it's the folks often without the degrees. So.
Yeah, then not a good way to pay them back.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It's a very principled position to take.
Yeah, and we think it works for our students. So.
Wonderful.
One of the noteworthy things about the 3rd Congressional District is that it has no four-year institutions, either public or private, extensions at Washington State, at Clark, but otherwise it's an area that is entirely dependent on community colleges for its higher education, whether it's Centralia or Grace Harbor or Lower Columbia or Clark. And so they become a critical piece of this whole area, in fact, an essential piece for higher education. And we really play a big role in this area south in what it sees in advanced education. And community colleges are the essential source of higher education for all in this area.
Appreciate that.
About a third of college graduates in the state go through community colleges at one point or another. You graduate from a community college or start at a community college and then go on to a university.
Yeah. I transferred as many credits as I could from community colleges and brought down my bill for my Bachelor's of Science.
Yeah. Well, and Rob Cox is our VP of Student Services. Wanted me to send his regrets. He not only used to work at Mount Hood Community College, but he's from Washougal.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So he's hoping to meet you sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll catch him.
So, would you like to go take a walk?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. For anyone who's going with us, we're going to head to Walton 302.
So you guys, is the student just all coming or? Are you guys? Oh, or.
Is that the nursing lab?
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Maybe.
Who is? No, it's chem. What's 302? Is that a chem lab?
Yeah, it's Kim.
You guys want to go against that wall, maybe?
Sure.